My name's Lex Harrison, and I'm a consultant at Arup in the materials team based here in London. And I specialise in clay materials, predominantly brick, architectural ceramics and unfired earth. I think that bricks are especially popular because they are part of our built environment. They're an intrinsic part of our built heritage. Architects have begun using brickwork in more contemporary contexts, in particularly modern buildings like this one that we're standing next to, which I was involved in the design process of. And more recently, brick has really come to the fore in terms of the climate crisis and in terms of how brick can really add to the sustainability credentials of a building. I think brick is a really important material in sustainability terms. The argument that's often given by the brick industry for why brick is really important is its longevity, and that's absolutely true. There's examples of, there's a ziggurat in in what's now Iran, which is 2,500 years old and uses pretty conventional brickwork, and it's still in really, really good condition today. So brick undoubtedly has huge longevity, and that is really, really important. But what we've been finding in our research at Arup is that actually it's the carbon that is produced now in a building product that is most vital, because we are at the most important point in terms of the climate crisis and in reducing carbon dioxide. And there's been a lot of focus on building energy performance, the amount of energy that a building consumes over its lifestyle through its heating and air conditioning and other energy use. But actually, we've got to cut carbon now. And it might seem counterintuitive that brick is an advantageous material at doing that. As the overall part of a building facade, it's actually got a surprisingly low embodied carbon. We've been looking at a variety of different facade types. So using Arup's facade carbon calculator tool, we've been comparing, for example, unitized aluminium curtain wall systems, which are the type of systems that are typically used for building large office developments, tall glassy office towers basically, and also precast concrete, which is commonly used. Sometimes it's brick faced, and sometimes it's got architectural finish, but it's big concrete, heavyweight concrete structures. And we've been comparing that with what we call built up facades, kind of like the building behind me, where you have what architects call punched windows. So this is a solid masonry facade with holes with windows in it, so more brick than window. Those type of facades have the lowest embodied carbon compared to unitized curtain walling, compared to precast concrete. And what that means is that the brick actually, as part of that facade, is one of the lowest forms of embodied carbon. But the good thing about brick is it's usually locally sourced. You're never far from a local brickworks in the UK, so the transport distances are very short. So clay brick scores really well in embodied carbon terms. One of the beauties of clay brick is the fact that it needs so little maintenance. Somebody actually did a PhD study on multiple buildings across the United Kingdom. But yeah, repointing after 120 years and possible replacement after 600 years. It weathers very beautifully. Also, because it's fired mineral pigments, everything fired into the body, there's no organic material within the colour of clay brick. So that colour will remain exactly as it is hundreds of years later. It won't fade in the sun like some other materials do.